It is the best show in town. It is the best LGBTQIA show. So darling, why haven't you subscribed? Monday to Thursday, bringing you breaking news wahala. On Friday, sex, education. And Saturday, burning questions. You know, all those questions you've been thinking of asking. Saturday is the day for you, darling. Ask your questions about religion, your questions about what you want to know about us, your question about anything. You can access anything on Saturdays doing burning questions. And you know one thing, you could to be the lucky winner to win our giveaways on Saturdays. And on Sundays, to crown it all, we have the market woman and shade girls. So darling, why do you want to miss out on all these interesting things? Help this channel by clicking the subscribe button.
The biggest LGBTQI show on the planet is back again with another episode. And you guys know it is breaking news wahala, where we break you stories that affect LGBTQI community members every day, basically every day, safe, back to back, we never stop. I remain your host, Marvelous Pachafu Kelechi, and welcome to Breaking News Wahala. And I'm always joined by Chimereze Henry Awunaya in our Toronto studios in Canada. Welcome, Chimereze. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Marvelous. How are you?
I am very, very fine. So today on Breaking News Wahala, we'll be talking about a video where a particular set of guys were kidnapped and they were made to dance. Funny enough, they were made to dance. The ones that didn't dance well were receiving slaps. We gave a few of them slaps, made them dance for being gay, just dancing, giving them a lot of dancing goes. And I'm just wondering, is that how low, or I'm just confused in general? So for those of you that haven't seen the video, just watch the video to take a look at what we're actually talking about. So now that you guys have seen that video, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But let's go to Chimereze. Chimereze, you saw that video. What do you have to say? What are your thoughts?
Looking at that video, I just feel we have a long way to go when it comes to human rights and acceptance in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I just feel we need to use the thing they use against us, which is targeting us. I feel we should become alert. We should have like a vigilante or something, where we can warn people. We need to open up. We need to speak about it. I've said this over again. We need to talk about those we meet who put us in this situation or the circumstances, because we need to do our own private and personal investigations now to know who is doing all these things. How did we get to this point? How did they get to the point where they get seen, where they get discovered, where they get humiliated? Because over the time now, we've been doing a lot of news, we've been telling a lot of stories, and we've been seeing a repeated trend. We need to find out if it's just one person, like the case of Bobby Moses, where one person who is a member of the community, who is in all this LGBTQ group, who is targeting LGBTQ folks personally, just to teach them a lesson. Maybe somebody has been hurt before and this is his way of revenge for what happened to him, because like we heard from the story of yesterday, they say this is what we'll be doing to all of them as we they catch them, and so we're going to do them one by one.
And as they all the hormone, as all they do all of them. As they all of them, you want to do hormone, you live woman.
And that is a very strong word coming out from that video. I feel everybody needs to go back to watch yesterday's video to hear, and when from yesterday's video, still putting this video and this situation into consideration, we see a repeated situation. One, yesterday's video, we had a whole group of people. It was not just one person. It was like a community. We saw a woman, we saw a man filming, we saw somebody, even in the video of yesterday, says, "Make my organ hand no touch you." So we see there is a hierarchy in this fishing out or fishing out of queer people to humiliate them. So I feel this is high time community members needs to be vigilant. We need to put our head on the low. I'm not saying we should let all these things slide, but there is a time when you need to lay low for a while to do your own personal investigation to know who is behind all this repeated sin in the Nigerian LGBTQ community. For this particular video, when you look at it again, you see that there are people who enjoyed the humiliation. It was more like a community entertainment. If you look at that video, they were watching them get naked, they were playing songs for them and asking them, and they were filming their genitals, filming their nakedness as if they were enjoying seeing their nakedness. I was like, okay, what is the aim of this public shame? Is it that after this public shame these people are not going to be homosexual anymore? Is it that this is a kind of conversion therapy? Because when we look at conversion therapy from the church, we understand, okay, this is what the church feels. The church feels if they do this kind of therapy, they will stop acting this way. And this is another situation where we need to ask ourselves, do those people think that if they do all this shame, slothing, flogging, if this is a form or a new method of conversion therapy in the community amongst LGBTQ members? That is it for me, Mr. Chaffo.
Well, you said a lot of key points there, very solid points. For me, I always tell them that community members by now we should have a kind of policing system that goes about policing the LGBTI community and helping them at least get justice. But at least we know that if we were facing state actors, it was a different thing. We know we have to take it a notch higher. But right now we are facing just ordinary bloody, like what people will say, bloody civilians who have decided to call themselves keto setup and keto police, set up this, set up that, who are ketos and set up just criminals. That's the word. We are facing bloody civilians who have become criminals, and it seems like we are helpless. It's not as if we are facing the army or the military or the police, just bloody civilians, and we seem to be helpless because there is no policing system for the LGBTI community, especially in Nigeria. In different other countries, they have a lot of police system that police the gay community, despite the fact that there are strong laws, that the laws favor the gay community, but they took it a step higher to make up policing systems. There are things like the Rainbow Patrol. In many countries, some countries have Rainbow Patrols. Some people have the Pride, is it Pride League, or is it the Pride League or the Gay League? Some people have what's that word? The Gay Avengers, the Rainbow Avengers. They have so many policing systems that works for them in different countries. They try to bring up these things to fight homophobia, to fight homophobic extremism, to fight criminals just going about don't know who to attack because they are weaklings. They pick on the LGBTI community members. So they do this to fight them off. But over here in Nigeria, it seems like there's nothing involved. It feels like people that are even supposed to even do on this kind of things, the NGOs, they are busy sleeping, like Sleeping Beauty and eating money, like the gluttons that they are. Some of them just keep on eating money, using monument for community members to fly up and down, to chill off in their feet, to drink expensive wine and to lodge in hotels and climb aeroplanes and take pictures and post them online because that's what they feel like they were elected to do as LGBTI heads and as CEOs of LGBTQI community members, obviously still building castles in the air like they do and still chasing wind. Jokers are there, instead of them facing the real issues. So I rather just say that as community members, we need to look for a divisive way that would come together and try and address these issues because this issue seems to be brewing. These ketos seem to be very, very much empowered. They seem to be getting a lot of embodiment now. Who gave you the audacity? Who gave you that audacity? Who empowered you to that extent that you go about videoing community members naked? You go as far as even raising your cameras to video them naked. How embodied can you be? Who gave you that mind? I'm so surprised. I don't know. Who gave you that? I'm just surprised. When I watched that video, I said, it's bad enough. We know that they're good about ketoing, but now you go to that extent of playing music, videoing, seem to be having fun, seem to be enjoying the scenario, seem to be laughing at it. Oh, it has not turned to a joke for you. Oh my goodness. We need to start getting serious. When I see things before, people know me, I will shout. But to me now, it's becoming serious. It's becoming appalling. When I watch videos like this, I don't know what to see anymore. I see them, I just wonder that it shows that it's a shame on us as community members that these things is happening, they go about causing this harm, they go about causing this shame, and yet nobody can bring them to justice, nobody can bring them to book as much as we are as community members. No, something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. Something serious needs to be done. I can't just deal, but something needs to be done because it just feels very, 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 very shameful. The shame majorly on the Kitos because they are senseless, they are foolish. We know them, they are animals. They deserve no better than the hyenas in the jungle. But we as community members, the bigger shame is on us. The bigger shame is on us. If they go about doing these kind of things, then we should ask ourselves, what are they not men like us? Are we not men too in the community members? Aren't we supposed to reply these people? Aren't we supposed to make examples of them? I can't just deal. It is well. It is well. Chimi, is there any final words before we call it a wrap for this episode?
I just want to say it is time for us to fight back. In every situation, you must defend yourself. That's why even in the legal situation, there's something called self-defense. Self-defense is a very, very valuable reason. It even stated in the courts to protect yourself. And even in the whole situation, I feel this is high time our community respond with the same energy they've been responding. I'm not saying we should instigate into violence, but it is high time for us to form a vigilante. It is high time for us to defend ourselves. Those who are in positions of powers and authorities, you see all these things. We have lawyers amongst us. We have not just lawyers, we have barristers. We have judges who are queer. We have attorney generals who are queer. We even have sons of politicians who are queer. So this is hard time. Those that belong to this community, please, in the name of whoever you serve, what God you serve, it is high time for us to come together and put our resources in this community. We can be easily fished out because we are divided. We feel this is not my struggle, this is their struggle, it is not me in the video, it is them in the video. And as long as we continue to see them, not us, one day the picture will change and it will be yours or it will be mine. So it is high time for us to start putting our resources together for our community members that you have nothing doing. To all those who have nothing doing, you are idle 24 hours. This is high time for you to either go back to school, get a craft so that you can add what you can give also. Education, school no be for everybody, I understand, but pata na in bad pass. Get something doing so that you know at least you added a value to this community. It doesn't have to be with Kuru Toko. It doesn't have to be with any of these people, but make sure that you are adding value to the community that you're benefiting from. That is it for me, Mr. Chaffo.
Thank you very much for that. I think that's a good way to wrap up the show. Like we say, we are going to keep our eyes on this story. We are going to keep watching. We won't stop talking about the injustice, better that. I hope that community members unite for the bigger future because, as you can see, the danger just keeps viewing. The monsters are just so much running rampage, and we as community members need to unite and put them to check. That's it for us on Breaking News Wahala for this segment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell your family members, tell your friends, tell everybody to subscribe. And as you know, we bring it hot. We continue to expose the atrocities against the LGBTQI community, and we will not stop speaking truth to power and saying it as it is. Till next episode. See you guys later. Peace out.
It is the best show in town. It is the best LGBTQI issue. So darling, why haven't you subscribed? Monday to Thursday, bringing you Breaking News Wahala. On Friday, sex, education. And Saturday, burning questions. You know all those questions you've been thinking of asking. Saturday is the day for you, darling. Ask your questions about religion, your questions about what you want to know about us, your question about anything. You can access anything on Saturdays doing burning questions. And you know one thing, you could to be the lucky winner to win our giveaways on Saturdays. And on Sundays, to crown it all, we have the market women and shade girls. So darling, why do you want to miss out on all these interesting things? Help this channel by clicking the subscribe button.